Hi, I'm outside again. Vale's here. Say hi, Vale. Alright, so this person writes, "Hi Tabs, wondered if you could give me some advice on learning to ignore or discount caloric information on food packaging, particularly when eating out. I find it absolutely impossible not to let the numbers influence my decision making once I've seen it, and I've tried so many times to avoid noticing the numbers on things, but it's almost as if I'm drawn to it, or I see it in my peripheral vision when I'm trying not to look closely. Anyway, do you have any advice on how to stop giving a shit about calories? I know I shouldn't let a number dictate what I pick, but it's so damn hard to ignore. You know how, you often tell people to pick the scariest thing if in doubt, but it feels bloody impossible some days, most days. How can I learn to stop caring about it? Fucking diet culture has wrecked my head over the lifetime, and it feels like these thoughts, like my negative body image, are just too ingrained to this point. Help." Well, the reason that your brain thinks that calories are really important is because you've taught your brain that calories are really important. And you've taught your brain that calories are really important by paying attention to calories. Think about it from your brain's point of view. We only pay attention to things that we believe are important. And so, for example, there's a tree over there. I have no fucking idea what type of tree it is. Couldn't tell you for the life of me. I've probably been told many times throughout my lifetime what type of tree that is, but I just didn't retain the information because I didn't pay attention. Because, frankly, to me, the type of tree a tree is not important at all to me. I couldn't care less. Probably should do, shouldn't I? Because I live in Colorado and trees need a lot of water and you got to know which ones to plant. But, I mean, that tree's been there a while. Seems to be doing pretty well. Just not important to me what type of tree it is. So, I don't retain that information. However, if I was an arborist, I'd probably be able to look at that tree and be like, that is a cottonwood. And I'd probably be able to tell you how old the tree was and all this stuff about the tree, because my brain would have retained all that information, because I'd be really interested in trees because I'm an arborist. So our brains don't just kind of like, it's not like your brain just decides, I know, I'm going to pay attention to this information and not that information and all those things. Genuinely, our brains pretty much do exactly what we train them to do. And if your brain pays particular interest to a subject, it's because you taught your brain that that subject is important and it should pay interest to it. And so what you need to, if you want your brain to stop caring about calories, you have to stop acting as if calories are important. And that's the hard part, and that's the neural rewiring. And so, for example, it is crucial. It's not just a suggestion. It's not just if you can. It is crucial that when you notice the calorie information on something, because you will notice it, because your brain has been trained to be hypersensitive and notice that shit. When you notice it, it is crucial that you choose the higher calorie option. If you're, I don't know, whatever it is, chocolate bars, and you're noticing the calorie difference on them, you have to choose and eat the highest calorie ones you can. If you choose the lower one, you just taught your brain that that calorie information is important because you made a decision based on it, and you made a restrictive decision based on it. You taught your brain that it is important that when it comes to calories, you eat as few as possible, because that was what your action was when you chose the lower one. It is critical that you teach your brain that actually it doesn't matter, and the way that you're going to do that is by, if you notice the calories, choosing the higher calorie option. And think about all of the ways throughout your day that you act as if calories are important. If you want your brain to stop thinking that calories are important, you have got to stop acting as if they are. Hope that makes sense.